Oh, that's got filled up with petrol for, well, probably for the winter. I didn't want to leave the fuel tank completely empty over the winter months when it's laid up, in case of rusting in the tank or anything silly. So I've grabbed 5 minutes to come out and fill her up. Talking on the last video about a temporary shelter arrangement to put the bike in over the winter months. Well, I've got one. You'll see it when we get back home in a little while. And yeah, so far it's working out pretty good. Plenty of room to put the bike inside. Yeah, I'm saying plenty of room, and it's well protected. It's a nice shelter, very, very strong. Got a nice thick covering over it that's a form of polythene on one side and rubber matting on the inside. Back to the problem at the moment of misting up. I've applied some anti-mist to the visor, but don't seem to be doing a lot at the moment. Yeah, the bike shelter is very close to the house, so I can still have a good degree of security, and at the same time it's convenient to use. Wasn't very happy with the ability to lock it down. The manufacturer provided a locking, couple of locking locations, one each side of it. But when you, it's only made out of aluminium tubing, and if you really put a lock in each of those, went round the front, lifted it up, you bend them. That's what I found out when I forgot I put a lock on it. So I'll show you the arrangement when I get home, but I've got a plank of wood fixed to the base of the thing, so that when I put the bike away, the bike goes partly on this plank of wood and partly on the base I've made for it. So the weight of the bike holds the cover down. Just meant making a suitable arrangement, hinges and brackets and locks. A bit fiddly and a bit Heath Robinson, but at the end of the day it does the job. Not greatly enjoying this ride because on the way out the sun was so low I kept getting blinded. What with that and leaves on the road, it's a it's a case of be very careful. So this is only a very short ride to to get petrol and back home again, so it may be the last one of the year. Yeah, I'm going to miss doing the videos until at least, well, probably next March at the earliest. Yeah, with my little bike shelter I've run a I was saying on the last video, I've got one of the little battery chargers that trickle charges the battery and looks after it all winter. You just plug it in and forget about it. All I had to do to that was to extend the lead enough to reach the bike under its shelter. Done that this morning and it all worked. So when I get back home in another couple of minutes, I can quite happily put the bike inside, plug its little charger in, and that only leaves giving it a spray over with WD-40 on the metal parts. Then I can shut it in this little cubby hole, and that's about it. If there's a couple of nice days in the winter, I might fire it up just to keep everything working. There's a nice tree, and yeah, that's it for the year. I still like the fairing. I've repositioned it somewhat because it was a bit cockeyed and what have you. Only thing is, there's a bit more engine noise being reflected back from it. But as long as it doesn't affect me recording or the microphone, then I'm happy to put up with it. Because this is a cold, very cold morning. Temperatures when I've gone up were down very near freezing. And it's only what? Just turned 11 o'clock in the morning now, so temperatures still aren't fantastic, but I don't feel any draft. In fact, I feel quite warm on the bike. All lovely colours over there. Very steep hill, this one. Yeah, full of sunken trenches. Over the last couple of years I've been up replacing gas mains, water mains. Each company digs this little trench. Right, there's the shelter. Normally I would close it down before I left home, but I've only been gone half an hour. Yeah, there's the plank come ramp going up into it. Let's put the bike in. Got it worked out so that the stand goes just over an aluminium strip that's underneath. That's it, and then that's part of it. Turn everything off. Fold the mirrors in. Yeah, that's it. I'll close it up, show you what happens. It just clears everything. Oh, well, that's just the alarm telling me it's not been set. Yeah, and then down here I have my little arrangement for that, and then the lock goes through there.